One of the most important times of the day is early in the morning, because if you wake up early in the morning, the distractions are at their lowest degree, and you can do focused work and productive morning routines. So if you want to nail your morning routine, this video can be helpful. A lot of people make great resolutions such as getting up early, exercising, reading more books, especially in the beginning of each year, but they cannot stick to their habits and routines. One of the big reasons for not sticking to their habits is waiting for the future version of themselves. They wait for some time in the future to become a kind of person tending to do successful and productive habits. But all of us know that time will never come automatically. As Jim Rohn says, unless you change how you are, you will always have what you've got. For things to change, you've got to change. If you change yourself, everything else will change for you. Remember, anyone can start the process. It's not if I could, I would. Rather, it's if I would, I could. If I will, I can. So let's talk about some points that can help you to have a better 5 a.m. morning routines and how to stick to them. Point number 1 is to make to-do lists for your morning. You should pre-plan your day the night before, because if you don't know why you're going to wake up early in the morning, you will not do it just for the sake of hearing on one of the YouTube channels that waking up early in the morning is good for you. But when you write the tasks that you are going to do in the morning, it gives you some reasons and motivation to wake up early in the morning. As Jim Rohn says, if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Point number 2 is to have at least one non-negotiable morning routine, and try morning routines that are helpful and important to you. For example, exercising while listening to a positive and somewhat motivational audiobook can be a good start. I suggest Jim Rohn audio files, which are really incredible, and for example, I myself have listened to one of his audio files, I think more than 20 times by the time of recording this video. And for exercise, if you can't run or walk outside, you can do core exercises as a morning routine. Core exercises can strengthen your core muscles, which is very good for preventing backache and these kinds of stuff, especially as you get older. If you search core exercises on YouTube, you will find a lot of good stuff, and you can do them at home. The morning routines help you to build a rhythm for your morning and start your day more energetically and with a feeling of win. Point number 3 is to replace your phone with better stuff like books, because our body has a built-in clock, so it knows the time to wake up in the morning and also the time to go to bed by producing special chemicals. But when you look at your phone's screen, because it has a blue light, your brain thinks that it is still daylight and it won't be producing those chemicals needed to fall asleep. Point number 4 is to put your phone in another room or somewhere not easily accessible. If you put your smartphone somewhere easily accessible, when you wake up in the morning or even in the middle of the night, you will be tempted to check your phone for social media, emails, notifications, and so on. And hence you get some stress and you may get off track in the morning, because our brain likes to follow the path with the least resistance. So it's a better idea to put your phone in another room or somewhere which is not easily accessible. Point number 5 is to make your bed as one morning routine. This simple morning routine has some benefits, and also an entire book has been written on this morning routine. This routine is very simple and it takes seconds to do, but it gives you a small win in the morning. Point number 6 is hydration in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, your body has not received any drop of water for about 8 hours. So if you were thirsty, it is suggested to drink some water, but this water should not be very cold. Point number 7 is to make the process harder. If you want to use the analog alarm in the morning, I recommend that you place it far from where you sleep, because if you want to turn it off, you need to get up. Otherwise, chances are you turn off the alarm as soon as it rings. But if you want to use your smartphone, besides putting it somewhere which is not easily accessible and far from where you sleep, one of the apps that you can install is the Alarmy app, which is very good for waking up early in the morning. For example, you can define some missions in this application. You can tell the application that if you have done, for example, 10 squats or walked 100 steps, then it should not ring again. But if you don't do the mission, it is going to ring again. But I suggest installing it on a device on which you don't have your social media apps installed. Otherwise, chances are you start using those apps as soon as you wake up. Point number 8 is prayer or meditation morning routine. There are some scientific papers that, for example, using EEG show that meditation or prayer can help you to feel better and more relaxed. The paper I saw about prayer was about Muslim prayers, but whatever you believe in meditation or prayer, do it, because this morning routine helps you to feel better in the morning. Point number 9 is don't eat your dinner very late. If you eat your dinner very late, when you're asleep, your body is working on digesting that food, and hence it is not resting thoroughly, which can lead to a bad mood when you wake up in the morning because your brain is still tired and did not have enough rest. Scientifically speaking, it is suggested to eat your dinner for about 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. Point number 10 is reflect, and I really love this routine, and Jim Rohn calls it reflect. Here's how he describes this routine, which you should do it before going to next day. At the end of each day, you should play back the tapes of your performance. The results should either applaud you or prod you. So at the end of the day, number 1, think about what worked well that pleased you and how can you repeat that success tomorrow. And number 2, think about what didn't work out today as you expected and what can you do tomorrow that would bring you the results you desire. And this habit acts like self-mentoring and helps you to continuously improve your life. It is exactly like the Japanese Kaizen concept. Point number 11 is focus work using jam sessions in the morning. After morning routines, which should not take long, you should start your work and its rainmaker activities. You can use the Pomodoro technique to do so, but Darren Hardy suggests another technique which is called 90-minute jam sessions. Here are the steps of jam sessions. Number 1, get rid of distractions such as phone, email, and so on. Number 2, set the timer to 90 minutes and start focused work. Number 3, then you can have a longer rest, for example about 30 minutes after doing your jam session. As Darren Hardy points out, the first days you start using this technique, it will be very hard to stay focused and it seems that the time is not passing and you get bored. But if you continue, after some time you will be addicted to this technique, because you see a lot of things done in a short period of time. For example, suppose that you wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and you do your morning routines until 6 a.m. and then you start doing 3 jam sessions. By the time the clock shows 12 p.m., you have done 4.5 hours of focus work, which is really good. Now I really suggest you to watch this video, which is on the screen now.